Hi everybody, this is Tuesday Moriarty and I'm here today to do a tutorial. This will be my first tutorial and it's being done by request. Dee Dee asked me to do my paper napkin transfer tutorial. I had sent her one of my writing boards in a happy mail and she saw it and she wanted to know how I did it. So this is just cardstock and this is a napkin on top. And it is not Mod Podged on there. We're gonna put it on with Saran Wrap. We're gonna iron it on with Saran Wrap and I'll show you how. So here we go. First of all, start out with some ironing board or something covering your table. You know, a towel or whatever you need to cover your table, so you can protect your ironing area. This is parchment paper that I'm putting on my ironing board. Not parchment paper. Yeah, it is parchment paper. It's like baking paper, you know, that you bake in your oven with. So I have that down here to protect my ironing board cover. Then I am going to start out with a piece of cardstock. And it doesn't need to be, from what I okay, I have only done it on cardstock. I have not done it on other things. We're going to try it on some paper during this little episode, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to do it on cardstock because that's what I have done it on. And these can, you can have it as a writing board. You can have it as a book plate. And by book plate for beginners, what I mean, I don't have one because I've never done a book plate. What I do have is, this is just a folio design that I'm coming up with. I make them up on old book pages so that I figure out what I want to do when I'm designing. And this is the book plate. Take this out of here, it's distracting. This is the book plate part that you would put on, if you had the book. Say this was your book right here, your journal, and you make a plate that you put on top. And this is one that I made here, just a pretend one, just so I could get my design together. So, and now that I'm looking at that, is that light too bright? Let me go and turn that back just a little bit. See if that helps. Okay. And so we're going to start out with cardstock. You could make them into tags. You could make them into journaling cards. After they're made, you can do any number of things. So you have, I'm going to start with cardstock. I got parchment paper, your cardstock. You would go, and I'm going to put a napkin on this. So let me see. If I was doing it, so I made these so that two of them came out of it. But I may make cards with the other ones or whatever. So I'm going to have it like this across here. Okay? Now with napkins, they come in different plies. I have never seen a napkin that's just what you see, the decorating on front. There's always paper backing it up as far as I've ever seen. And it could be one more layer behind, 2 layers. Really plush ones can have 3 layers. So what you do, I just got a piece of tape here. You can't see it. A piece of tape here. There we go. And you stick it on there. And then that can start helping you to get it going to peel off the background. Because sometimes if you're just trying to pull it off the edge, it can be kind of hard. So this is just, this particular napkin has 2 extra layers, so altogether it's 3 ply, and we want to separate them all. So I'm just getting rid of that 1 layer. Here we go. I have brand new glasses on and I'm a little discombobulated to begin with. So we'll see how that goes. Now you may think you're at the end here and that there's only just this top layer left. Nope, there's another one. And sometimes you can't tell and you just gotta kinda, there we go. You just gotta give it a test on the corner if you're not sure. So So you need to get down so that you just have the top layer there. I'm trying not to yell because I'm standing up and my face is so close to my phone, which is what I used to film with. Video. Film is an old-fashioned word, but I'm a little old-fashioned. So now I'm down to the one layer. See how thin it is? And see how much more you can see through. If I was putting something else under here, you can see that a lot more clearly. So I'm going to have this on here. It needs to overlap a little bit. So I have that. I really want as much of this end as I can get because I love all the stuff going on down here. So I am going to just have it overlap a little bit there. So I'm going to cut this off here, which makes me a little sad because I'm losing some cool stuff on the other side, but it'll be worth it. Okay, so here we are. We have the parchment paper, we have our board. This one's a little damaged. I'm going to grab a different one. That one looks like, oh, this does. It looks like something's been laid on it, something round. It's okay, it'll cover it. It'll be a beautiful thing. And if it's not, we'll cover that too. Okay, so see, it goes over, I don't know, can you tell? It's overlapping on all the ends. And that's what we want. We want it to overhang on all the ends, okay? Now, what we need is Saran Wrap, some sort of cling that you wrap your food in, some sort of plastic wrap, and that needs to come over so that it will be longer than your substrate, whatever you're going to be ironing your napkin onto. It needs to overlap that. You can get the cheap kind in the dollar store. From what I understand, that's supposed to work. I just grab what I have already in my cabinet, and you make that as smooth as you can. Okay. All right. And then you lay your napkin back on top, making sure that it's overhanging your substrate, which for me at this time is that cardstock. So we'll bring that up. Then you put another piece of parchment paper over that. And you gotta make, I just totally messed it up by turning it. What a mess. Okay, get this back on here, get back on track. Here you go. Put this over the top. And for me, since I didn't make this top parchment as wider than how my plastic's going, I just want to make sure I don't iron over here because I don't want to ruin my iron by getting the plastic directly onto it, especially since this is an old-timey iron. I got it from my husband's grandmother. I have it on a really high setting. Ooh, maybe too high. We'll see about that because this might be too high. We'll find out. And if it is, we'll back it off for the next one. Because this is a really super good iron. And when I did it last time, I wasn't using as good of an iron. So this may need to be turned down a little bit. This may be ready to go up in flames, folks. So I'm ironing everything, and what it is the plastic is adhering the napkin to the cardstock. So when we go to test it, if we start seeing that it's not sticking properly, it just means you gotta go and iron more, put more time on it. This is way quicker than it took me last time, but it worked because this iron is like heavy duty. Let me make sure my corners that I got them good enough. Up, see this corner lifting up a little here? I'm gonna give it a little more time. Let's see if I got it, or, oh, my plastic got away. Okay, so here, my plastic had pulled away from there. Look at all this extra here. It had pulled away, so that's why this paper napkin here isn't adhering. So I'm gonna see if I can do a little patch going on here. We'll see if we can make this work. All right. Let's put the parchment paper down. Oh, I moved it. Let's see. Put that back here. Put the parchment paper down. Ooh, I don't want to get it. Let me overlap it a little more. Okay, let's see if I got this. I'm trying to talk more quiet because I know my face is right by that phone and I talk loud normally. I'm deaf in one ear, and I have been since I'm like 2 years old. So I talk loud normally because if I can't hear, nobody else can, right? Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, looks like it worked. So let's peel this off of here. And this is what it looks like on the back. That's all the excess there. So, let me pull a chair up and get off my feet for just a minute. Yeah, okay. Now let's trim this off. Yes, I'm at a funny angle, so I'm not able to do it. Here we go. And these little edges we're trimming off, I actually save them because I end up in more collage-y kind of stuff. Yes, great trimming job here. We can do a little bit of that. There we go. Okay. See, can you see that edge there? It's like a cup was laid down on it or something hard. I don't know. But it's also in the other sheet too, so I don't know. Maybe I have something laying on my stack that's no business laying on it. I need to go check that. So, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Well, now I know what it's like to be cutting on film because I've never done a tutorial, so I've never seen how hard it is for everybody. You always hear comments like, I can't see what I'm doing, this angle's crazy. Well, they're right. Okay, so let's get this back on here so we can see what we got. So there it is. It's on there really good. I don't know if you can see, I had wrinkles in my plastic and I didn't get this laid down. Oh, you can't see it. Maybe if I angle it this way. I can't see if you can see. Anyway, there's a wrinkle running like right down here. There's a couple of them because I didn't have my plastic laid down well enough. So that's what happens when you don't. I'll still be able to go and make a tag out of this. So, or a book plate up front, this is big enough to make several things. I wouldn't make another one of these though, because that wrinkle is right where I wouldn't want it to be. But you can make tags and a bunch of other stuff out of it. So that's really cool. So there's some plastic on here and this just pulls right off. That plastic pulls right off so we can use the sheet again. So let's try something else. Let's try a red one here. Let me get my chair out of the way, it's behind me. We got another napkin. This is the first time I'm using this napkin. I've never used my black napkins before. So we got that going on. Let's see how big we need to cut this. I'm going to turn it over this way because I don't want this logo. So let me get the parchment paper out of the way so we can see what we're doing. So I'm turning the napkin this way so I don't have to deal with that. We go this. here. So it's like this. I would probably turn this into several tags. Look at that. These birds are great. Oh, do I want the whole thing? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. It'll be fine. It's fine. Okay. Again, we're gonna take off all those layers. Ooh, this one's coming off easier. Nice. I think it's because I cut it. Because a lot of the ends of napkins, they'll be like, they've kind of ironed them together or industrially, I mean, so that the layers stay together. And if you start at the end, sometimes it's harder. But because I cut it over here, it's making it pull apart easier. Yay. Okay, nice to know. Now look at this. This right here, look at that. So when you get good imprints like that, you can save it. And even on the part that's not a good imprint, you can use these. I mean, I was being really rough taking it off for the tutorial, but you can go and use these and stamp on them and put colors on them, whatever, and use them again. So this is really great though, just by itself on top of something. I wonder how it would look on a page. See, I'm getting sidetracked. Squirrel's working here. Okay, a book page. That's pretty cool. Neat. Okay, let's stop being squirrel, get back on track. Okay, parchment paper back. We got the sheet here. Don't need the napkin. Don't need tape on my finger anymore. Let's get some Saran Wrap down and see if I can make it not wrinkle this time. That would be really good. Saran Wrap is not the easiest thing to work with. No, it isn't. So, nope, that's too short. I was trying not to have so much hanging off. It's probably easier if you have more hanging off. Oh, I'm not good at this. Okay. We can do this. Yes, we can. Maybe we can do it. Oh my goodness, look at this. As a rule, I do not use Saran Wrap that much in my house because this is what happens. I have another product I use that isn't so hard to deal with. Okay, so I'm trying to smooth this down. So I would like to use this whole napkin. Well, I'll use the whole of the other one as well too. Just not the way I thought. Okay, that's what I can do. Let's put this down. Okay, I guess you could iron your napkin beforehand if you wanted to. That might help it to lay down better in the beginning, not have all these creases in it. And we'll put this on top. Maybe I'll turn it the other way so it's not curling up on me. Switch sides. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed. Oh, see, I missed the top corner here. I can see already everything shifted on me. So I'm missing the top corner there of my cardstock, of my substrate there. Not that it will make it so I can't use things, it just means it'll be a little, not quite as tall. That's all. It'll still work. In junk journaling, there's not a lot of stuff you can do that can't be worked around in one way or another. So special attention to the corners. Did I say? I don't know if I said it yet. I'm gonna say it again for the first time, whichever. Do not have your iron on steam. You don't want it on steam, but you do want it up high. Okay, let's see where we're at. Let's see if the corners are done. Did I miss the plastic on this corner again? It's just not sticking. Let's see. Maybe I'm not letting it cool enough, you know? No, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not letting it cool enough. Maybe I need to give it a second before I try to peel anything back. That's what I'm thinking. So let's try this because it definitely should be enough time, I think. Pull that baby off because it's hot. You have to be careful not to burn yourself. Because breaking the seal of the extra plastic off from the parchment paper. And I'm taking the extra parchment paper off of here for our next one because I want to try it on paper. I haven't done this. Oh, this came out nice and smooth. I'll just have to trim the top here, which is fine. Ooh, and the thing is that when you Mod Podge or glue with the napkins, they're not as soft. When you do it here, it feels like almost fabricy or velvety. It's so wonderful. So, yep. Having problems cutting it. It's not just sitting down at an angle this time. Maybe it's glasses. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to blame it on. My new glasses. Normally I don't wear glasses when I'm working on my journals or when I'm doing a video. But I've been working kind of blind, so I figured I'd give it a look-see. Okay. So think about it. This can be either used as a whole board like this. And this could be cut into 3 tags. This can be turned into journaling cards. It's pretty. And if you wanted to, you could put something on the other side. You could also back this if you could put another napkin here, or you could back it with like coffee dyed paper. That would be great. When I'm making the journaling cards, like these here, I layered a couple of layers of the cardstock because it's kind of thin for a journaling card, and this is thicker. So I layered a couple layers of this and then put the napkin on. So that looks pretty good. Let's try, ooh, you know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try these. These are paper towels. When I do my sprays, when I'm spraying papers or fabrics or sorry silk, or not sorry silk, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, when I'm using my sprays, like magicals and glimmer sprays and that kind of thing, I go and I put paper towels down and let it absorb the excess. So these are just a couple of them. This one has the plies together, and this one, it was 2-ply paper towels, and so this one only has 1 ply here. So I don't need to worry about taking it apart. But I am going to try and put this down and see if it works. I've never done it. Maybe I should put the other one down too. Let's see if these just, here we go. Pretty cool. So let's try, so we don't, let's just do the whole whole shebang. Okay, it's a little beat up. And let's see how it works. I'm gonna get a couple of things out of here. All right, let's do that. Okay, so we have our cardstock. I'm gonna get our Saran Wrap. Let's see if I can do this a different way that'll make it not get so tangled up on me. Ooh, that was much better. Ooh, I just learned how to work a little better there. On camera, in front of the whole world. Okay, let's try these. Is there a better side or not as good a side? Who knows? Oh, I wanted this one. Okay. How about lengthwise? That's a little smarter. Okay. That's good. And then we'll just put this. Which side's better? Is there a better side? I don't know. We'll do it this way. And then put this down like this. Okay. Let's see if we can keep things still. Then I'm going to put this over top. And move this whole thing up like that so we're not going off the table. Where's the end of the cardstock? Right there, so we're better off this way. Okay, let's give this baby a try. Let's see what happens. I don't know, since the paper napkins, the paper towels are thicker than paper napkins, so I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't know if it'll take longer. I don't know if it will adhere as well. We're just going to give it a try. See how it goes. And then after this one, let's try a book page. I'm thinking, I might have one more to do. I want to do the boho one while I'm here. Kind of boho-ish looking. I have a napkin that's kind of boho-ish looking. So I figure, get that them on here. Well, everything's already out. See how we're doing here. Let me give it a little look-see. Looks like it's doing it. Let me just tighten it up more just to make sure. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what we got. The back. Peel that off here. I'm going to get this extra plastic off now so I don't forget. Okay. Oh, look at the split I got. That's okay. I'll still be able to use the rest. It looks like it did good. So I think this worked out really well. Looks like it's on there really well, and it looks like I'll be able to use these. So I'll be able to put other, build on top of the front of this. And for me, it would be perfect in the boho journal. You don't get a feeling I'm working on one, do you? Or have one in the plans. I actually started one, and didn't love my cover, and it kind of put me on a standstill. Like if I get to a point where I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, I'll just back off of a project and give it some breathing room, and then when it hits me again, I will start on it again, because usually if I'm hitting a wall, there's a reason. So I need to step back. So I will use this on something else. So I got some wrinkles over here that can be covered up. So I wouldn't, you can either put a band here, a fabric, ooh, sorry, silk, ooh, and then you could still use it as journaling cards. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what this becomes. You may see this in the future. But it looked like the paper napkin worked really good. So yay, that's pretty cool. All right, so we got that. We've got this. Let's try, what do I want to try? Let's try, what do we got here? Where's that boho napkin? I buried it under stuff. I'm reaching around on my table here, guys. Here we go. Different color cardstock. Let's get this napkin together first. This is my boho-ish napkin. So we found out that if we go and we cut it first, it's easier to take the backing off. So let's do that. Okay. How easy is that? Look, once you cut that edging off, oh, that was so easy. I didn't even need that. But on the next one I will, though. And that was pretty cool. Oh, I lost it. Oh, came up. There wasn't that much stick left on it. Okay. This one didn't have a lot of print on it like that last burr one. The black one had a lot that went through. Okay, so we got our parchment paper. We got our cardstock. Let's see if I can replicate what I did before, because that was actually pretty good. Oh. Tear away. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Yay! I learned something new today. That's much better. Okay. Get this down. This napkin doesn't have as much deep creases as that black one did. And if you saw what was off camera, these piles I'm making, it's not very neat. Okay, put this up here. Let's see what we got. See how you can see the plastic just shrinking up from the heat around it? Even though I'm not touching it with the iron, it's getting pulled in. So maybe it might be moving a little too slow here. Might be letting it get too hot. No, no, I do exactly what I don't want to do. Oh no. Let me see if I can get that off of here while I'm here. Oh, I'll get something off. I'll get it off of there. Oh, see how it's starting to grab? That's not good. So, don't do what I do what I say. Do not get plastic on the bottom of your iron. I had too much hanging out. I was not paying close enough attention. Oh, I got issues. I got issues. Let's see if this is on here good enough. I think it is actually. Thank goodness. The corners may not be that great. Okay. I'm gonna get a little steel wool. Okay, so I'm not going to cut that. Yeah, I am. I'm just not going to cut it. So don't get too much plastic around. do not get it on your iron, because I'm going to have to get a little steel wool and get that off of there. Let's see. Without getting it off, because I have another one I want to do. I want to try it with, I want to try book page, and I want to see what that will look like. Oh, they're cutting, guys. Okay. I'm cutting into the cardboard, which I wouldn't normally do. Okay, I'll just straighten those edges up. So, this actually came out really good. So yeah, think of boho journal. Neat. Okay. So we're going to do the book page. I'm going to turn this over. We're going to find the book page. Here we go. It's just a random book page. It's an astronomy book. And what did I want to put on it? Oh, and what I want to put on it. I wanted to try some pattern paper. I want to see how that went. So that's pretty cool looking, or is that cool looking? They're both cool looking. How about if we go this way? No, I don't want it that way. I want the... Well, maybe I do want it that way. Maybe I do. So if I go like this, then I can get the McCalls down there. I can get some of this going off here. Or I can... I want those dots there, some of those letters there, those dots there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Maybe not so far off of the page. Maybe I can... The hard part is getting the Saran Wrap to start the rip. Once you start it, it tears off all right. Okay. All right. Let's put this down. Okay. That's pretty cool looking. Let's get, maybe if I need a bigger piece of parchment paper. Hold on, guys. I'm going to the other side of the table here. That was loud. And because I just don't want any more plastic on my iron. Okay. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of plastic there. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, and it's going and getting stuck on my parchment paper a little bit. That steel wool at the bottom of this, that should take that off once it's cool. Ooh, hot. See how my iron's getting stuck? That's because of that plastic. Bummer. Messing up Grandma's iron. I just didn't want to use the big bulky nowadays irons because I love this little thing. So I will have to clean it up. So we'll see how this comes out. I'm thinking it will adhere to this particular paper quicker because it's more porous than the cardstock is. It's not the best quality paper in the world. Yeah, I mean that adhered really well. Wow, I love how that looks. So once I get the major part of this off, if I wanted to, I could cut it again, straighten up my edges if I wanted with my paper cutter. Curling up here, being all quiet on me. Yeah, this edge is rough, so I'll straighten that up later if that's what I want. We'll see. Oh, I like how that came out a bunch. Ooh, that makes me really happy. So that was pattern paper on book page. Yay! Imagine the cool envelope that would make. Oh, yes. So, I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I really wanted to demonstrate today. So, I will have the link below. I'm digging through my papers here because I actually wrote something down. Let's see what we have left. Let's see what we did today first. We have this, these two. Did we do any others? I think we did. Didn't we do one more? I got so much going on here and a pile of stuff going. No, I guess we didn't. That's it. That was enough. I didn't need more. So, this is what we got today. These are napkins. This is paper towel, a cardstock. All this is on cardstock. And this is on paper. So you know the napkins will work on the paper too. This pattern paper just worked super well, but napkins will work too. So that's it for today. Oh, important thing. These, I learned how to do this on a video that I saw by Purple Cottage Crafts, and it's called Paper Napkin Transfer Tutorial, which is what I will call this tutorial as well. And again, it's Purple Cottage Crafts, and I don't even know if more videos are being made on that particular channel, because it looks like the most recent ones are kind of old from what I could see, but maybe I just missed something. But either way, her tutorial, and she's much more thorough, telling you important things like don't iron on your cutting board that is, you know, those healable cutting boards on plastic, and she's much more safety conscious. My thing is don't burn yourself. Don't touch it when it's too hot. Don't touch your papers when they're too hot. So I will put her link below, and hope this helps you out. Hope y'all give it a try. Put any comments below, and if you do some stuff, let me see it. I would love to see some pictures of what you ended up doing and your finished products. And I will talk to you soon. I will see you again soon. Oh. I have another video I have to turn around and make right now. So I will see you very soon. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks.